bad judgment, but don't you worry, son. It will all be over soon.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Four-letter word. Do you hear me? Failure is not an option.
You gotta tell yourself, despite the circumstances, the situation, I'm not going anywhere until I get to go. Until I make my dreams become a reality, I'm not quitting. I don't care how much money I have to invest. I don't care how much time I have to invest. I'm gonna continue to do this until I become successful. Every single day when I show up and I let failure know, failure is not an option. You can't even let it sink into your brain, not even a second. You have to know that this thing is going to work. Come hell or high water, whatever it is that I set out to do, it may not happen in 6 months, it may not happen in a year, it may not happen in 2 years, but at some point, my dream is going to become a reality.
Hello, campers. Do not adjust your screens. Welcome to another exciting video from Superdan, Dealing in the Desert channel. How are you all doing today? Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate it, of course. As we knew, this challenge was going to go one either two ways. It was either going to be successful or it was going to fail. Take a guess how it went. It failed. Some lessons learned. I think the first problem, and the biggest problem, is I was playing over my bankroll. I only put in $200. So why am I playing cash games that are $100 buy-ins? It's just asking to lose your money, and that's exactly what happened. I missed some big draws, and my opponents got some big draws, and that's it. Done. So that was a pretty silly mistake, especially if you're planning to play long term. Now some people just like to say, hey, go big or go home, right? There's a lot of those people, but that's not the way I want to approach this. I don't want to go big or go home. I want to go small, be able to ride the swings and build back up. That's what Superdan wants to do. And I made that mistake. I won't make it again. And we learn and we move on, because that's what you do. When you get off the horse, you get right back on.
Hey, Superdan. When you get off the horse, you get right the F back on. You know what I'm saying?
That's my Tossie cat, who is the most curious cat I've ever seen. And cats are pretty curious. It just wants to go. Now she wants to go out, right? Already wants to go out. Go. Oh man, it's always something. With Super Danny, it's always something. Anyways, there's going to be a few changes. The cat wants in again. The cat wants in again. The cat's going to be the death of me. First of all, we're going to get rid of challenges, all right? So we did our challenge. Let's get rid of challenges, because challenges are just kind of an unnecessary extra brick that you put on your back. You know what I'm saying? It's a psychological construct of an extra burden that doesn't need to be there, and an extra stress. I'm always thinking, oh, how can I get the $500? Quickly. And I learned that's you don't need that. You don't need that psychological stress. So we're just gonna throw away that stress, and we're just going to concentrate on winning. We're going to play our games, play the best we can, play the best poker we can online, and not worry about it. You know what I mean? And we're also going to reduce our buy-in for bankrolls. Lesson learned. You know, we're going to reduce it. We're going to try to just put a small percentage in and keep it that way. If we run bad, we turn off the computer, come back again another day. I think those are key changes that if Superdan commits to and follows, he should do all right. Speaking in the third person. Does it bother you that people speak in the third person? Superdan does it all the time. Anyways, smoking another cigar from the farm rolled package from Pravada Cigar Club. I'm not getting paid to do this advertising, so just letting you know it is the best monthly cigar club in the world. No doubt about it. They also make excellent videos, so if you want to just pop them up on YouTube or Vimeo and watch some of their videos, you can. And the guy's name is Brian Pravada, very cool cat. And check it out if you're interested. And if you're not, then don't. All right, pocket ace. Instead of just calling and trying to see a flop, let's just do a small raise. Our position sucks. Flop sucks, but he might have missed it too. So let's bet 80. 80 for eights. And lets it go. Okay, beautiful. All right, he was just protecting his big blind, which I respect. Which I respect greatly. So let's see who we're playing today on this. I didn't even tell you what we're playing. Playing a $5 six-handed no limit hold'em sit and go. Pays top 2 spots. I will bring it up. There it is. First place $17.93. Second place $9.66. 5-minute blind intervals start at 22,000 and go. So there you go. Let's bring up the action now. Bring up the action. So I do hope you're all doing well. I hope you are enjoying well, I don't even want to call it series. Just as Superdan is back and he's doing his usual donking as usual. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. King, Queen, I think a min raise. Let's try a min raise. Maybe the big blind will get out. Okay. I really just wanted the big blind out. Why did I want the big blind out? So he doesn't play something like 9-3. Right? We got nothing, but I think hitting a king or queen on the river would be good. Very small bet by Sticky Rice. We don't hit it. I think we're beat. We're not even going to call. Remember what I said in the beginning of a sit and go, right? We got early, mid, and late stages. In the beginning, you want to be cool, calm, and collected. Middle, a little bit more aggressive. Late, more aggressive. Now, in the last sit and go, we cashed. But I had that huge dry run of cards at the worst time. And if that wasn't the case, we would have done a lot better. Or if I would have played that Queen 10, which I was on the borderline of playing or not playing, we probably could have won the darn thing.
Hey Superdan, you know what they say about excuses. So, know that I know that you know.
My uncle, as my familia used to always say. So, if you like these videos, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. I read everything. I may not respond to everything, but I do read everything. You know, so be kind. That's all I can say. I've never claimed that I'm a professional poker player. I've never claimed anything. I will claim I know a few things about a few things, and I've been around the block. You know, that's what I'll claim. So right now I've been watching the main event. They're down to 30 some players. Got to be exciting for everybody in an event of that magnitude. How about that Michael Mizrachi, the grinder? Holy moly. That guy is going to go down in history as one of the greatest poker players, I think, ever. But, I mean, when I saw him play, I thought he was the biggest donkey ever. So, I don't know. But, you know, with genius. He played like a maniac, but he played like a genius. You know what I mean? Like, there's some maniacs that just spew chips. But he, you know, he obviously just has that special ability to have absolutely no caring about money. Which I remember, not Doyle Brunson. It was, what's his name? Amarillo Slim, who said, you know, to be a good poker player, one has to have a healthy disrespect of money. He probably had a point there. You can't be afraid to die in order to live, you know. You got to be able to have that ability to make insane bluffs, and some people have that ability, some people don't, and some people are able to get lucky enough to get over that, like Chris Moneymaker, for example. Nobody considers him a great poker player, but he won that main event and changed poker history. And you know, he doesn't have that ability, but just ran very well and capitalized on it. You know, he was an example of a guy who knew a few things about a few things, but wasn't a professional. You know, Chris Moneymaker. So, what kind of you may ask, Superdan? What have you been watching lately? On YouTube, well, a lot of things, but you know, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? I mean, I only have so much time. But I've been enjoying Rice is a Spoon Food, Vegas Poker Nomad, because it was the first channel that I remember that really talked in depth about poker dealing when he became a poker dealer, like a year ago. You know, and Superdan chose to not really focus on that topic because I thought, or I felt that, you know, it wasn't interesting enough. You know, why am I going to talk about what I do? But it actually ended up becoming interesting, and people were interested in it. So good for him. You know, he put poker dealing on the map. We got 2 pair here with the dangerous board. We're just going to check. So that's called Vegas Poker Nomad. Of course, I still watch the Trooper 97 channel, but now he's very much getting into advantage slot play. He has a new channel called Action Pursuit. As far as I know, he's doing well with it and enjoys it. Good for him. You know, I don't understand all this hate on him. You know, people don't understand the work involved that comes into making good videos and doing the, you know, because you're the director, you're the editor, you're the actor, you're the creator, you're everything. And, you know, movies take a year, 2, 3 years to make. You know, he's putting out videos almost every day. So, you know, be easy with the guy. We just flopped 2 pair. Dangerous board. I think in this situation, you want to bet big. And force people to pay for their draws. You know, if they're going to draw out on me, make them pay. And it worked out. All right, good. Yeah, an ace, whatever. Good fold. That was my thought process behind that. Instead of trying to slow play, that's not a flop to slow play. I'm sorry. That would not be the right that would not be the right move in Superdan's humble opinion. With the wet board like that, you got a flush draw, you got a straight draw. Better just to bet big and take it down, or make them pay to outdraw you. All right, we got action here. Noali went all in. Will Noali get a call? No, takes it down. Nice move, Noali. Nice move. So what are we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about what I watch on YouTube. I watch, I don't know if you know this, but Superdan's also into UFOs and aliens and conspiracy theories and stuff like that. It's always fascinated me ever since I was a kid. I'm not saying that I believe in it. I'm not saying I don't believe in it, but I'm saying that I'm open to the question. And Jeremy Corbell channel, I think, is the best UFO journalism investigation, the most legit that's out there. There's some others that are pretty good, but I recommend that channel. Jeremy Corbell is called Weaponize, and it's of course also with our good buddy George Knapp, our good local Vegas buddy. That's good stuff, man. What else? I like horror, so Superdan watches a lot of horror movies. We would have flopped top pair. I was almost good. Once again, Queen 10's haunting me. I should have played it. Maybe not. So I like the bedtime stories. I think is really good on YouTube when they talk about weird and wild events. This is a cat again. Hold on. One of these days I'm going to show you this cat. Maybe I'll show it to you right now. This is the culprit. This is the... This is the one. There, you see him? This is Tassi. This is the one that keeps wanting to come in all the time. Tassi, come on. All right, Big Slick. That's pretty good. Big Slick is good. It's good for, like, I think a push. I think the best way to play Ace King is to just push. Because usually, you get called by Ace Queen, Ace King, or Ace Jack. And also, if they got a pocket pair, you got two over, so it's a race. Either way, you put the pressure on with Ace King. There you go. See? Works. Oh. That cat, I tell you. Handful. Handful. In case you're curious, we have one dog and two cats. We used to have two dogs. Unfortunately, our second dog, Hazel, passed away after a long fight with valley fever, which is amazing that dog got that, considering the dog was rarely ever taken outside. It was a guardian dog. You call it a guardian dog? Yeah, it was for breeding, and bred 2 litters, and sadly passed away. So, rest in peace, Hazel. Too young, 5 years old. Really sad. So we have one dog now, Ridge, and 2 cats. I just showed you one, Tassi. The other one's Momo, and I'm not really sure where Momo is right now, but Momo's sort of like fatter and lazier, and then you got a glimpse of Tassi, which is more curious cat, pain in the butt. So I got the question, will Superdan do other things besides this? Will Superdan put on his channel maybe gambling in a casino or playing other games or this or that? And all I can say is right now I don't have plans for it, but I'm not going to rule anything out. All right, is that fair? I'm not going to rule it. Wow, look at this. King high? Wow. That was pretty gross. All in with Queen Jack. I mean, it just goes to show you, you know, the quality of players on these sit and goes. But you know, you never know. Never know. Tassi is once again meowing to get in the office. Pain in my, you know what. Wow, look at that hand. Holy smokes. All right, let's see where we're at right now. Okay, we got 2 short stacks. And then we got me, and then Nola, and then JDPLI. I think I'm going to call this or raise it because I'm not in risk of going broke, and I could possibly bust 2 players, so I'm just going to do that. We need a jack, a queen, or a king. Didn't do it. Ah, bummer. I'm actually pretty happy with that move. I just, darn, we just needed that one of those 10 outs. But we're okay. Look, we're at 1,500. You know, 1 double up and we're in 3rd. So let's not give up yet. Let's not give up yet. I'll tell you this, Sticky Rice was, you know, had to avoid a king or a queen to win that pocket 8s. Or a jack. So, you know, pretty lucky. In a way. Yes, I know pocket 8s was the best hand, but just barely. You know. But if you got pockets, like pocket 8s or pocket 7s, and you're against 3 overcards, are you a favorite? Aha. Aha. That's a good question. You want the answer? Look it up. All right, so I got pushed. I got king 10. I'd rather be the pusher than a pushy. You know what I mean? I'd rather put on the pressure, not him. But I'm getting so low in chips now that bummer. That I think I'm not going to have much of a choice pretty soon. I'm down to 1197. Remember, this is a turbo tournament. Blinds are 75, 150. We're going to have to make a move here or we're going to be 4th place. Wow. Board full house. Queen 5 is... I'm not going to make a move with Queen 5. Sorry. No. No. Because the odds of me getting called are really good. And I'm, you know, up against one of these two with Queen 5. No. Now, Sticky Rice, you could possibly bluff with. Right? Because Sticky Rice is medium in chips. So, yep. See? About chip stacks. Chip stacks. Another Jack 7. How many Jack 7s am I going to get? Noelle is probably just going to keep the pressure on. That's my guess. No, it didn't. Okay. That was a little surprising. Great flop. Great flop. Great flop. Great flop. Ah, all in. Come on, Sticky Rice. Alright, with a few moves here and there, we're in third now. No, you could have it. I'm not going against the chip leader. Not yet, anyways. King 8 suited. No. Ten tray, no thank you. So like I said, no more challenges. We're just going to play, try to win, one game at a time, one hand at a time. That's it. So no more charts, no more graphs. You know, we want to know how we're doing, we'll look at our total bankroll. Once again, I'm not gonna challenge. That was a great flop, by the way, but I'm not gonna go against Noali right now. But we got pocket fours. That's pretty good for a push, especially against blind versus blind. I'm gonna do it, even though he's chip leader. He folds. Okay, good. Because we're really facing, you know, 2 overs or what have you. I'm just gonna call this. I hate to fold another queen 10, but I don't want to raise either because of these chip stacks. So maybe we get and see a cheap flop. Okay, cheap flop. Good. So we got a gut shot straight draw, backdoor spades, possibly a queen. 10. I don't know. We got some things going on, but turn did not do us any favors. The river did not do us any favors, and I think we are done with this hand.
Cigar. Cigar is a tube made from dried and rolled tobacco leaves that people smoke. Cigars are produced in a variety of sizes and shapes. Light one if you got one. Yeah, buddy.
Sticky Rice made a move, did not pan out. Wow, folded king deuce? Are you serious? Oh my god. Noali folded king deuce on that push. Could have got him out. I never would have folded king deuce in that situation. I mean, we got the nut low here. The only way to win is to bluff, but I'm not going to do that, so take it. I'm not married to that hand. Well, all of a sudden we find ourselves low on chips, just like that. We hit a 4, good enough to push. Sticky Rice got us. We got 4th out of 6. We gave it to College Try, people. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. You know, we're going to cash some of these. We're not going to cash some of these. But as long as they run about 30 minutes, I'm going to just leave it at that, and we'll go on to the next one. Like I said, learn by my mistakes. It's not just my successes that is something to pay attention to, but also my failures. So if you decide to play, you don't make the same failures. Play within your bankroll. If you run unlucky, go back, leave, and come back another time. And doing those two things will help you greatly. That's it. I'm out. Cheers. Salute. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. Just as a postscript, as you can see, I won a $5, $5? Yeah, $5 6-player sit and go in a long battle. It would have been a great stream. I never know which one to stream or videotape and which one not to, or record. I don't know. Does anybody say videotape anymore? I don't know. I'm just gonna do it randomly, and if I feel like it's a pretty good battle, I'll put it out there. If I feel like it's not, maybe I'll do something with it, put in another sit and go, or may not even publish it. But anyways, just thought I'd share that. Have a good day. Bye.